Hi, I'm Grant Threlkeld, and this is my introduction video for Module 1. I am currently a special education teacher in the Goddard District. I work with kindergarten through second grade. I primarily work with students with autism or Down syndrome as the majority of my caseload. When it comes to any extra responsibilities, I am the department head for special education in my building, and I have been a mentor teacher for 3 teachers in my 5 years of teaching. When it comes to the person who's had the most influence in my life, that would be my high school band teacher. Mr. Stone, he would make it a point to know every single student, which wasn't always easy, as my high school band had between 160 and 180 members. But he got to know every single person, would have nicknames for different people, and would have one-on-one conversations with many of the members of the band, and would talk to them on their good days, would talk to them on their not so great days, and would try to find out about them outside of the realm of school, so that way he could better connect with them. And he was the person that caused me to want to become an educator and really focus on those relationships with people. And when it comes to the results of my personality test, was I surprised? No. I scored very, very high in the intellect and creativity area at the 88th percentile. And being in special education, creativity has to be one of my strong suits in order to be able to adapt to the needs of the individual students and to create meaningful lessons for them, as they don't learn in typical fashions. I scored in the 84th percentile in conscientiousness, which was mentioned as being careful and diligent. And I do find myself being very cautious about what I do and double checking things before I implement them to make sure that they work the first time. When it came to the agreeable category, I scored in the 76th percentile, which was mentioned that I'm friendly and optimistic. I do have a tendency to see the positive side in a situation because it gives hope to myself or to my staff or to parents that I may be working with. When it came to emotional stability, I scored at the 66th percentile. So I do have a tendency to think things through logically and not rely heavily on my emotions. And then when it came to extroversion, I scored at the 9th percentile, and I do find that to be pretty accurate. I do have a tendency to stay to myself and not interact as much with others, kind of with the philosophy of I do my job and you do your job, and we can move on from there. I don't have a tendency to be real social, either at school or outside of school. When it came to the 2 leadership styles that most closely aligned with me, the first one that I picked was the servant leader. And looking at that one, I believe that it best fits me because with the staff that I work with, I have to rely upon my paraprofessionals to go out into the classrooms and be able to be my eyes and ears. And so I can't necessarily make every decision without them. So I have a tendency to try to build up the paraprofessionals that I work with. That I have a tendency to share the power and to put the needs of the others first, because I can't be everywhere. And if I build up my staff, then it's going to empower them to be willing to take chances. The other one that I most closely align with is the authentic leadership and that open and honest communication, that we don't grow unless we are honest with each other. And I do have a tendency to just say what I think, that if I hide behind vague platitudes that require interpretation, then people wonder what's being meant. But if you just come out and say it, we can move on from that point. And thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to learning with and from you.